Good morning everyone. I am Vanaja from DAV Public School, Dr. NTPS. Today we are going to learn 9th class Physical Science, first lesson motion. Today our first lesson is motion. Before going into the lesson, I want to give you a few examples like motion of people. Generally in your daily life you will experience all these types of motions. Motion of people, vehicles, movement of birds, motion of train and some objects. Even the earth is also in motion. That's why we will have a phenomena like sunrise, sunset and change of seasons, etc. Here I have given you a picture in front of you in which in one of the case a person and a car both are there at rest, and in the next case both are in movement or they have been moved to some particular place. I can say why, because in the first picture the car is there near to the wall, but in the second one it have moved apart from the wall. From that what we can say is the body is in motion. Even the person is pushing the car, he has also moved from his place. That means the movement of an object from one place to another place with respect to the surroundings is said to be motion. In this motion only we have to learn little bit depth. In the sense, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever experienced that the train in which you sit appeared to move when it is there at rest? Yes. So many of us have experienced the same thing, that when you are sitting in a train you will feel that your train is also in motion with respect to the another one. That is said to be relative. That means it goes with the point of vision where we see. Here I will give a picture. Earth is there and on the four sides people are there. A position, B position, C position and D position. The earth will be rotating. It will be always in motion. Depending upon the place where from where you see, sometimes we may feel A is there at the top and B is there at the bottom. But if it have been turned, tilted, then you can see all the positions also will be changed. Here one more example, simply a house is there and two people are coming from two different sides to the house, places to the house. Here if I ask a person A in which side the house is there, he will show you the left side and B right side. That means here both are going to the same house, but one is telling it is in the left side and one is telling it is in the right side. It depends upon the view. That means from where you are viewing it, there you will feel it. That means it is relative. Yes, now we can define the relative motion as, if you are traveling in a car or in a motorway, you may have noticed that cars passing by appear to move slowly past you, even though they are actually in a different high speeds. This is because of their relative motion to each other. We can feel, hypothetically we will feel that they are in less motion even though they are in the more motion. That means they are faster than the vehicle in which you are traveling. It always depends upon the view, and that view is said to be the relative. When you are feeling something is there in left side and another person can feel it is there in the right side, that view. Here one more picture I want to show you. A girl is sitting in the train here and the train is moving one side. When she is moving in the train, she have felt that the buildings, trees, houses are moving in the opposite side to her, but actually they are there at the rest. That type of hypothetical activity is said to be relative motion. Here one more example I have brought it to you. Two people are standing there, Somesh and Srinu, and a tree is there and a car is moving in one of the direction, in the east direction. If we see the point of views from Somesh, for him the tree will be there at rest and the car will be there at motion. In the next view, in the passenger's view, if we take, for the passenger who is present in the car, he may feel that the tree is also moving, the people are also moving. Only the passenger will be there at the rest, he will feel. But for us, it is different. This type of things are said to be relative, we will be calling it as. Now we are able to define the motion as a body is said to be in motion when its position is changing continuously with the time relative to an observer. That means to the point of observer, relatively if it changes the time, it is called as motion. Children, we have completed the topic motion, and what is your work is read the textbook up to whatever I have told and get ready for the assignment for tomorrow. Thank you.